Marcus Aurelius once said, "The quality of your relationships is the quality of your life." Imagine a life surrounded by people who lift you up, challenge you to grow, and inspire you to be your best self. Sounds pretty amazing, right? But what if your current relationships are more of a drag than a delight? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches resilience and peace in the face of adversity, emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with people who respect and enrich one's life. We'll explore 12 key signs that your relationships might need a tune-up and equip you with the skills to navigate difficult conversations, make smart choices, and build connections that truly enrich your life. To maintain our peace of mind, if you appreciate what we're doing here, the simplest free favor you can do for us is to hit the subscribe button. Also, please don't skip any part of the video to ensure you capture the full essence of the discussion we're about to have. Number 1. Always being disrespectful. In healthy relationships, Stoicism sets the stage for how we interact with each other. Disrespect goes against the basic rules of how we should treat each other with fairness and respect, according to Stoic principles. It's like having your dignity slowly taken away bit by bit. Consistent disrespect not only feels bad, but it also shows that the relationship isn't following the Stoic way of living a good life. For Stoics, every time we interact with someone is a chance to practice being wise and fair. When someone keeps disrespecting us, it hurts our well-being and makes it hard to stick to these principles. Stoicism teaches us not to react with anger. Instead of feeling upset, we should respond with calmness, good judgment, and not let our emotions take over. Recognizing disrespect is a step away from living a good life the Stoic way. It's important to think about how others' actions affect our journey to living well and decide if those relationships are worth keeping. Stand up for fairness and dignity by not settling for less than what you deserve and taking action to stick to your values. It's not just about protecting yourself, it's also about showing your commitment to being a better person. Number 2, bad effect on mental health. When it comes to our mental well-being, the influence of those around us can be significant and far-reaching. Stoicism teaches us to maintain a sense of calm and stability in our emotions, rather than letting them overwhelm us. This is especially crucial when our emotions are influenced by others. If you find yourself experiencing anxiety, depression, or stress frequently, it could be because of the people in your life. It's a clear sign that these relationships might be doing more harm than good. According to Stoic philosophy, our happiness largely depends on our inner state rather than external factors, but it's also important to shield our inner peace from disruptions caused by others. Ancient Stoic thinkers like Seneca advocate for surrounding ourselves with positive influences while avoiding those who bring negativity into our lives. Dealing with the impact of relationships on mental health goes beyond just recognizing negative feelings. It involves taking proactive steps to overcome them, setting boundaries and distancing ourselves from those who disturb our peace of mind. Aligns with Stoic ideals, promoting rationality, emotional strength, and harmony in relationships. If your social connections consistently harm your mental well-being, it might be time to reassess and make adjustments. Stoicism aims for a better and more peaceful life, not simply enduring toxic situations. Number 3, values not in sync. Our fundamental beliefs and values act as our guiding stars, directing us towards choices that resonate with who we are. But when these principles clash with those of our loved ones, it can lead to inner turmoil. Stoicism teaches us the importance of inner peace and staying true to our values, making such conflicts not just inconvenient, but deeply troubling. The Stoics believe that maintaining peace of mind means living a life of virtue based on reason. When our values clash, like honesty versus deception, it can strain relationships over time, eroding trust and understanding. Marcus Aurelius stressed the significance of surrounding ourselves with people who embody the virtues we admire. If our values don't align with those of our associates, It can hinder our growth as Stoics, forcing us into compromises or ethical dilemmas. To address value conflicts in a relationship, it's crucial to have open and honest discussions where both parties can express their values and seek common ground or compromise. But if the divide is too wide, it may be hard to bridge. Sometimes it's necessary to reassess the role of a connection in our lives. This doesn't mean condemning the other person, but acknowledging that not all relationships contribute to our personal and ethical growth. Recognizing and resolving value conflicts is essential for maintaining inner harmony and fostering meaningful relationships aligned with Stoic ideals of tranquility and happiness. Number 4. Always feeling tired. In a good relationship, spending time with others should make you feel energized, not exhausted. If you're constantly feeling worn out, it might mean you're not following the principles of Stoicism, which is all about taking care of yourself through sensible and peaceful living. Stoicism teaches us to use our energy wisely and save it for things that matter. Ancient Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius stressed the importance of being in relationships that give as much as they take, rather than ones that drain us emotionally or physically. According to Stoic beliefs, feeling tired after being with others isn't just annoying. It's a big drain on the energy we need to live well. This exhaustion might show up as feeling emotionally drained, worrying about future interactions, or just feeling physically tired. For Stoics, this kind of drain isn't sustainable or smart because it takes away more than it gives. To feel better and become a better person, think about why your relationship is making you feel drained. Is it because you're not getting the support you need? Examples of one-sided relationships include dealing with constant negativity or demands from others. Figuring out the root cause is the first step in fixing the problem, and that usually starts with honest talks. Set clear boundaries and think about distancing yourself if the relationship can't be fixed to keep yourself calm and happy. Dealing with draining relationships means building supportive and meaningful connections that fit with Stoic values of respect and growth. These relationships should add to your life, not take away from it, so you can thrive and make a positive impact on others. Number 5. Manipulation. Stoicism is all about being honest and clear-headed, so you can live in harmony with yourself and the world. But manipulators try to twist things around to get what they want, not what's best for you. This can cloud your judgment and make it hard to live a good life based on reason and doing what's right. Manipulation in relationships can be sneaky and hard to see. Sometimes manipulators will lie, make you feel guilty, or even try to confuse you about what's real. This is a big problem because Stoicism teaches us to see things clearly, without being influenced by outside pressures. When someone manipulates you, it's hard to make good decisions based on the truth. So how do you deal with manipulation? Stoicism says to focus on truth, honesty, and your own freedom. If someone is manipulating you, you can try setting boundaries or learning to spot their tricks. It's also important to remember your values and act in a way that reflects them. The important thing is to think about the relationship and how it makes you feel. Can you talk things out and fix the problem? Or is it better to walk away to protect yourself? Sometimes the hardest but most important decision is to leave a bad relationship. This isn't just about avoiding trouble. It's about getting back to living honestly and truthfully, which is what Stoicism is all about. When you do this, you'll be able to think clearer, make better decisions, and feel more peaceful. All key things to living a good life. Number 6. Distrust. In Stoicism, trust is super important in all friendships and relationships. It's like the glue that holds things together. Trust goes hand in hand with fairness, honesty, and being someone you can rely on. Without trust, things get shaky. You start to doubt each other and worry a lot, which makes it hard to be close. Stoicism teaches us to be trustworthy and truthful ourselves because that builds trust and makes relationships stronger. If someone breaks your trust, it can make you feel bad and act grumpy. You might become suspicious instead of open and always be on guard, worried about getting hurt again. This fear stops you from moving forward. To fix a trust problem, Stoicism says to go back to those core values: fairness, honesty, and being reliable. Think about your own actions and make sure you're being truthful and someone people can count on. Stoicism asks you some tough questions. Are you being honest with yourself and others? Are you acting with integrity? Rebuilding trust takes work. You might need to talk things out calmly and figure out what went wrong. Sometimes, if the problems are too big, you might need to walk away to protect your peace of mind. The important thing is that trust is key to healthy, lasting relationships. Just like Stoicism teaches us to find peace, having trust gives you peace of mind, knowing your relationships are stable and secure. If there's no trust, you might need to take a step back and rebuild the relationship based on Stoic ideals. This means being honest with yourself and your values, as well as working on making things better with others. Number 7. Abuse in any form. Stoicism strongly opposes any form of abuse, whether physical, emotional, or verbal, because it goes against the idea of treating everyone with respect and value. Abuse completely goes against the Stoic belief in living a good and meaningful life. Stoics don't believe that enduring abuse is necessary. They think it's more important to respect yourself and take care of your own well-being. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic, talked about the importance of protecting your inner self from bad things that happen around you, like abuse. This inner self is like a fortress where you stand firm in your beliefs and stay calm in your mind. Recognizing and dealing with any kind of abuse is really important, not just to keep yourself safe, but also to keep your mental health and dignity intact. Stoics deal with abuse by getting away from the person or situation causing harm. It's not about getting back at them or feeling angry. It's about making a smart choice to leave dangerous situations that don't fit with Stoic values. Getting away from abuse fits with Stoic ideas of taking care of yourself, which is key to becoming a better person. Protecting yourself means making sure your surroundings and relationships match your moral and philosophical beliefs, especially when it comes to dealing with abuse. It's really important to take steps to keep yourself safe and get help when you need it. Stoicism isn't just about putting up with pain. It's also about acting wisely and bravely to protect your dignity and well-being. If you're dealing with abuse, reaching out to trusted friends, family, or experts can help you stay safe and respected. Number 8. Lack of growth or mutual support. Stoicism teaches us that personal and moral growth are key to living a fulfilling life. It highlights the importance of helping each other become better people, especially in our relationships. When there's no growth or support, it goes against Stoic values and can hold us back from getting better. Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Epictetus talked a lot about how relationships can help us learn and grow together through teamwork. In a good partnership, both people should help each other grow by challenging and supporting each other. This support isn't just about cheering each other up when things get tough. To help a relationship grow, it's important to give honest feedback, share experiences, and encourage each other to stick to what's important. It's also important to notice when you're not getting the support you need. Feeling stuck in a relationship can be frustrating and make you feel like you're not moving forward. Stoicism says to think about why you feel stuck and what you can do about it. To get past feeling stuck and unsupported, you might need to talk openly and honestly about what you need and expect from the relationship. You might need to change what you're aiming for in the relationship, or realize it's not helping you grow anymore. Stoicism says that sometimes the bravest and smartest thing you can do is to make a change. For Stoics, every relationship is a chance to practice being better people and move closer to happiness and wisdom. If a relationship isn't helping you do that, it might be holding you back. Recognizing and dealing with a lack of growth and support is about more than just finding peace. It's about connecting your actions with what really matters to you and reaching for the kind of life Stoics aim for, a good and meaningful one. Number 9. Persistent selfishness. Imagine a seesaw where one person is always sitting way higher than the other. That's not fair or balanced, and that's kind of what a selfish relationship feels like. It can lead to anger, frustration, and eventually, the relationship falls apart. So how do you deal with a selfish partner? Stoicism says to talk things out calmly and honestly. Don't point fingers or blame them, but focus on how their actions make you feel. The goal is to find a way to make things more fair and have a relationship where you both support and care for each other. But remember, Stoicism also says it's important to respect yourself. If you've tried talking things out and nothing changes, you might have to walk away. You can't control other people, but you can control who you spend your time with. Every relationship, good or bad, can be a learning experience in Stoicism. Even a selfish partner can teach you about patience, communication, and knowing your own worth. The key is to recognize the problem and deal with it in a way that helps you live a good and fulfilling life. By being fair and moral yourself, you set a good example for others and create a better life for everyone around you. Number 10. Negative communication. It's important to be honest and helpful, and to lift each other up instead of bringing each other down. Sometimes people criticize, use sarcasm, or put others down. This can hurt friendships and make it hard to be good people. Stoicism says to think about what you say and how you say it. Don't say things that make people not trust you or like you anymore. Instead, try to be positive and supportive when you talk. If there's a problem, try to work it out together. To fix arguments and understand each other again, you might need to change the way you talk. This could mean setting goals for how you want to talk, really listening to each other, or even getting help from a professional. Stoicism reminds us to think about ourselves too. If someone is always mean and hurtful, it might be best to take a step back to protect yourself. This isn't an easy choice, but Stoics believe it's sometimes necessary to live a good life without constant fighting. Number 11. Neglecting personal needs. In Stoicism, treating yourself right is key to good relationships. If you don't take care of your own needs, things can get unbalanced and lead to resentment and unhappiness. Stoicism says clear communication and respect are the foundation for healthy connections. If someone keeps ignoring what you need, it's a sign they don't care enough about your well-being. This could look like them crossing your boundaries, making decisions without you, or not listening to your feelings. Stoicism values trust, fairness, and independence. To deal with this, first figure out your needs and limits. Stoicism says, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's important. Talk to your friend or partner about your needs clearly and calmly, aiming to help them understand. Talking about what you want is important for any good relationship. But if they keep disregarding your needs, it's time to rethink things. Stoicism says surround yourself with positive people. If a relationship is always causing problems, it might be wise to take a step back. This isn't mean or giving up. It's a smart choice to protect yourself and your values. Stoicism values friendships, but you need to be happy too. Talking about your preferences is key for working together. But if they keep ignoring what you need, it's time to rethink the dynamic. Stoicism says surround yourself with positive people. If a relationship is always causing problems, it might be best to detach. This isn't mean or giving up. It's a deliberate choice to prioritize your well-being and your values. Stoicism values social connections, but you deserve to be happy too. Number 12. Lack of mutual accountability. Mutual accountability is really important in any relationship. Stoicism teaches us to take responsibility for what we do, which helps build trust and respect. When there's no accountability, it can cause misunderstandings and make trust break down, which is bad for any relationship. When one or both people don't feel like they're being listened to or appreciated, it can be really tough. Stoic relationships should be about supporting each other and growing together, so we can live by our values better. To fix a lack of accountability, both people need to talk openly and clearly about what they expect and what it means to be accountable. This might mean setting certain rules for how to act and what happens if those rules get broken. To become better people, it's important to have relationships where we support and respect each other. But if trying to be accountable together doesn't work out, it might be time to think about whether the relationship is really working. Stoicism says, It's not good to stay in a bad situation forever. Making mutual accountability a priority means having a relationship that lives up to Stoic ideas of fairness, wisdom, and bravery. If a relationship doesn't have these things, it might not be the right fit for the kind of good and meaningful life Stoics aim for. As we finish up here, remember that Stoic teachings are about living well every day, not just something from a long time ago.